Hi Tom, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Welcome. This is a mini interview about your current journey so far as a master student in yachts. Uh, I hope it's not going to be painful.
I hope so as well.
So let's begin. First of all, what is more or less your background?
Well, my background, I did my bachelor's in Tilburg, where I did international business administration, and I finished that last June. So then I started the pre-master in September, and now I rolled into the master program at JABS.
Okay, so bachelor in Tilburg, business administration, international business administration, and now you are making a sort of a switch, let's say,
To data science, yes.
to data science, perfect. And are the satisfactory factors for taking that decision and change, let's say, your career path are more or less met? How would you evaluate them so far?
I think they're more or less met, yeah. Because when I was doing international business administration, I thought it was too easy and too theoretical, and I wanted to move on to something that was more technical and more of a challenge. And I think I found it here.
What was the key thing that drove you here?
For me, it's like the sort of the magic of the things you can do potentially with data.
Oh, so you felt like you could exploit the data, and this actually was the trigger to take your knowledge to the next level.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of stuff about machine learning, about data science in general, and I thought it was very interesting and very. It was really something that I wanted to do myself as well. So then I moved into data science.
That makes sense. And this was the key that of that not enough included in the business administration as well.
In the business administration, if you're very good at telling a bullshit story, you can come very far.
Yeah, makes sense. It's administration after all.
Yeah, of course you need some kind of knowledge, and there are some mathematical stuff. There's some accounting, which is just numbers. And I was pretty good at that, but I felt like I wanted to do more, to not just like do some simple calculations, tell a nice bullshit story, and then do well on the exam.
So to summarize a little bit, it is that extra step that intrigues you and motivated you to come here.
Yeah.
But give us a brief review so far of your journey this semester regarding the courses, more or less. How did you find them? Were there also some satisfactory factors for them? How they have been met? Are they met? And what is your feedback in general about this semester?
For me, this is the second semester of the year, but for me it's the first semester of the master, so sometimes it's kind of confusing because you meet people you didn't see before because you're joining with the others who are doing the program. And then sometimes you have like lack of knowledge in some kinds of fields, although of course the pre-master is supposed to prepare you well enough to that, and to some extent I think it does because, well, if you look at the assignments, I'm doing pretty well. For the BA, the business analytics, you need to have a lot of programming skills and such. And like 1 year ago, I didn't know how to write a Hello World program, and now I actually managed to do the BA assignment. So I think in general, it's going pretty well. Of course, there's differences between the courses. There's the entrepreneurial finance course, which I chose because I really like finance. It was my favorite thing in business administration. And then I went to the course and it was mostly law about finance, which of course makes sense because you need to know a lot of laws if you want to do finance for a startup. But I was kind of disappointed that it didn't involve actual calculations that much. It was more of a, well, if you do this, then these new rules apply and you need to know that. And it makes sense, of course. And the other thing is that the course of International Entrepreneurial Finance is given by this, I don't know, I think she's a professor, but maybe not yet. But I actually had her as well last year in my business administration program.
You mean Annette?
Anna Lafayette,
Anna.
I think. Yeah, she was doing the business law course at Tilburg University, which I also followed. So a lot of the content overlaps. So therefore this course is kind of disappointing. But on the other hand, the deep learning course is really interesting, although it's sometimes really difficult. Like when you're doing the lecture, I don't understand everything that they're saying. And the business analytics course is also really interesting, also sometimes difficult. But in general, I'm really satisfied with the courses.
So some of the courses like business analytics and deep learning, you do struggle, but you like the fact you struggle because
Yeah.
you're actually learning. And on the other hand, there are some unexpected results from other courses that you thought that were really more interesting, but actually you kind of know
Yeah.
already what's going on.
But on the one hand, I'm happy that I already knew a lot about the entrepreneurial finance course because I have more time to focus on the other courses, which I will need.
So let's dive a little bit to more into the business analytics course. So because I have a feeling that a lot of students struggle with it, and do you think they just give up on it too early because it seems difficult for them? What do you think drives them to give up on it?
I think I don't think people really give up on it. They complain a lot, but in the end, I think almost everyone actually passed the assignments. So, but for me, it's really nice about the business analytics thing. For example, for the second assignment, it was really a lot of programming, and I had never done that much programming before in my life. But the thing is, when you program and it works, it's really satisfactory. Because you're like, program, it runs, there's no bugs.
You have created something.
Yeah, you have created something,
have
which
created.
is, that's the good thing about it.
But don't you think that sometimes people are too afraid to code, and probably the course doesn't give the initiative, since they only provide the theoretical background?
Yeah.
And they don't have a supplementary introduction to the code that is demanded for the assignments.
Yeah, I do agree with that. It was, like for me, I had to find out how to do it all on my own, which took a lot of time, and I think that if they had dedicated one or maybe two lectures to how to actually implement it, it would have saved me so much time on the assignment. Like maybe 1 hour of lecture is 10 hours of programming less. Could have been, I don't know, it depends on the lecture. But.
So you are one of those optimistic guys that really take up on the challenge, and you just dive into it because
Yeah, well,
it is interesting for you, and you're not afraid of doing it, and you just start finding around and playing around with the code.
yeah. Well, of course, in the end, you want to pass the course. To pass the course, you need to pass the assignment, so you're gonna have to make it work, you know. I don't want to like fail the course, so I try my best to do the assignments and dive into the assignments and try my best to solve it.
In my opinion, that's a very good perspective.
Yes.
Okay, and one final question is, what do you think should be improved in the whole semester as the schedule of the courses? Do you find that you've been given the period of time of submission, the assignments,
Mm-hmm.
because probably it is overlapping? Do you think some organizational things need to be done there?
On the one hand, I think it's good that they try to give you the maximum time for all of the assignments. But on the other hand, it's really shitty that right now, next week, we need to finish the deep learning paper. We need to hand in the report for the for DEA, for data information connection. We also need to hand in the business analytics assignment, and we need to present our project for creative thinking. So we have 4 deadlines in 1 week. They could have tried to do it differently. And for example, I think that for deep learning you have the entire semester. If they just would have said it should have been done like 2 weeks ago, it would really take off a lot of stress for the rest of the courses.
So
yeah,
you believe there is room for improvement
there is.
from the organizational part of the semester. Yeah, more or less this.
That's it.
Thank you for your time.
No problem. Good luck.
Thank you.